truthfully, there isn't a good thing to talk about. There's bad things. There's lots of bad things. It's all going a bit wrong. Today we take on Dortmund in the Champions League, and then I think it's Everton in the Cup. Yeah, it's all going a bit wrong. This Grabs Gamer, my name is Duncan. Welcome back to the Journeyman. So hi everyone, welcome, and let's just get into this and start looking at the results. Last time we were here, it was the Feyenoord and Liverpool game, and we followed up immediately with a 3-0 loss to Manchester United. We were woeful. Not one player came out of that game looking remotely decent. We then went and took on Napoli, which we got lucky. We took the lead on 30 minutes. From an Arsenal player, Servant, a winger I actually liked. He got sent off in 47. Tabo scored a penalty in 56. They didn't equalise, dropped one back on 82. And we just edged out the game. We did that to them last season as well, I think. But yeah, we weren't good enough, really, but we just scraped by with the win. We then took on Nottingham Forest, 2-0 win, and we looked pretty good. Kane's Royal had a great game. Lesueur scored, and so did Warren Jones in reverse order. We then drew 0-0 with Luton, where a couple of players played okay, but we didn't look like we were going to score at all. We then had a 0-0 with Brighton, where again, one or two players played okay, but we just didn't look like we were going to score. And this is the league table. 15 games played, and we are third currently. Joint second, but we are third. We're only 2 points behind Newcastle. We're a goal difference of 1 behind Manchester United, and we're 1 point ahead of Man City, 2 points ahead of Liverpool. We have had quite a shit start to the season. Really not, though. That's... Okay, we did actually have... It's weird. Our start, up to this point, we haven't had an awful, first chunk of the season. But it just hasn't been good. I think that's maybe my thing. We just haven't been good enough. And that happens, I get it. But we're almost at the halfway stage, and it's not looking ideal for us. Today we've got Dortmund in the Champions League. We have Everton in the quarterfinals of the Carabao Cup. However, in terms of the Champions League, we've already qualified for at very least this playoff portion. But we could still be in the top 8. 15 out of 15 points so far. It's looking comfortable, I suppose. But there's still enough games for that to change as well. But yes, so far things are looking alright. So at least that's one competition not to worry about. Aina's not back from injury yet. Ray's still trying to recover. Sinval's still trying to recover. Tabos is out for, I think it's 2 to 3 months with that recurring injury that he's never had for us. Yeah, it's recurred. He's out. Kane Royals is unhappy. He wanted to go out on loan to get first team football to try and get back into the national side. I told him no. Pretty much. So he might end up getting sold, which isn't really ideal. But we'll see. This is today's team to take on Dortmund. Seidels in goals, back four of Gomez, Laskowski, Estrada, Royals, Malkov, Solheim and Silva will make up the midfield three, with Lesueur, Derry and Jones leading the line. So, yeah, it's not great, it's not ideal, but we are with it. I don't know why it's all going wrong. Former Arsenal player Rakoba leading the line. I don't think there's any other former players of ours in that team. But we can but hope that we start seeing an upturn in performances again. If we do win the league again this year, it's going to be close, I think. I've also got. I'm kind of struggling on what to do come January. So, to boss, that injury's made me kind of doubtful on what we should do with him. So, we've either got two options in my eyes. We either sign someone to naturally be his replacement short term on maybe a loan. We sign someone to be the starting centre mid for that position long term, with the view of moving on both Sinval and Tabos in the summer. Or we just recall Guzman from his loan deal in France. What that would give us would be two ball winning midfielders instead of just the one. It would move Marshall to be the second choice on the left side until Tabos comes back. We're kind of really stuck on what to do. We're going to need to do something in there. That's the truth. But I'm not sure what. As things stand. Oh, yeah. Kind of lost on it. What I am enjoying is having the two complete win-backs on at the same time. I am enjoying that. We're 1-0 up. Sinval got the goal. Royals with the assist. But I'm enjoying having both things. It is letting us push up a bit far. And really stretch their back line, because either need to send someone out to try and block the cross coming in, drop someone back to try and block the cross coming in, or they're going to just try and defend the cross. So we might be able to start getting more balls into the box this way. Probably leaves us a bit more open on the counter though, but yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not really sure what to do with a lot of things at the moment. I do feel like I'm kind of just stuck. In that we've done what we wanted to do. You know, we've won back-to-back Champions League and a Europa League, so 3 European trophies in a row. We've won the league, and it's like I already feel like the squad needs another rebuild, or maybe not a complete rebuild, but a bit of a refresh. Which is weird, because you wouldn't think it should, but something just feels stale. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to just change that shape just a little bit to one that should still suit most players, but just gives a little bit of a fresh feel, and it's just not. And we went through phases like this last season, but we still won the league. And it just seems, and the seasons before that, we've kind of had the same kind of issue where we just crumble every so often. And I don't know if it's to do with our defence, is it maybe a midfield issue, is it a general mentality issue within the whole squad? I don't know. It's also why I'm at the stage of, I know as much we signed like a 4-year contract extension or whatever it was. Do we really want to stay that? I don't know. I really don't know. Do I keep my eye out in maybe one of the top jobs in Germany or Spain or Italy? Maybe. Do we just look to make that move to the final club I want if possible and look to wind down the series? Maybe. Do we just wind down the series like come the end of the season? I don't know. I really don't know right now. I feel like I'm stuck in the team with what to do for one position in the January. I then have the issue of pretty much feeling like the squad needs a fair bit of a refresh in the summer. Everything just feels like it's at the wrong place at the moment. I also feel like I'm in the same place I was when I took over from the club, that we have good players, but some of them are aging now, and we need to move them on. I don't like what I saw. I mean, what? Gomez, Laskowski, Lesueur, Jones, late 20s, early 30s now. You know? He's 27 to be fair. You're then having the same conversation, Sinval 28. Like, we don't have that young squad. Now, Sinval could be here for another 6-7 years. Same for Jones, same for near enough everyone, but realistically, for the money we've spent on them as well, We need to try and recoup some of that cash, I think. So yeah, it's a tough one for me. Really is a tough one. Didn't make any change at half time, but I'm looking at a couple of players who I'm only going to give 10 minutes. So Gomez, Laskowski, Derry. They're getting till 55 and then we're making a change. It will be Silva coming on then for Laskowski. It will be Diabate coming on for Derry. Gomez has improved a little bit, so we'll give him another 5 minutes or so. Saw him suspension away. Why am I not surprised? Yeah, let's make a couple of changes now. Solheim's going to come off for Marshall. Cissé going to come on for Sinval. It's going to make that midfield a little bit more stuffy, is probably the best way to describe it. Going to bring on Vaz for Lesueur. And that'll be our final change for the game. We're still only 1-0 up. Could be doing with a second. Just really haven't been good at all. I think I'm generally at the stage I'm considering selling all of our wide men and just go my back five and having the fullbacks be the width. Just play with 3 centre mids and 2 strikers up front. Or some kind of shape similar to that, be it maybe it's a 4 in midfield, maybe it's a like a diamond or whatever we do. Or, you know, there are options there. Because this we've got as a squad is at the size what it is. I need to downsize it just to get all the players we have, including a couple on loan, into the squad. We need to then move on other players so we can replace with better or younger. It's just going to be tough. I think I guess it is going to have to be a complete rebuild because you can't really refresh with what we're doing. The only player we've signed really that's got the long term here is Estrada because he was very young when we signed him. Oh, it's a tough one. It's a tough one. But we'll take that. Comfortable in the end 2-0 win over Borussia Dortmund keeps us undefeated in that Champions League league phase. I just told them I wasn't happy with the performance and they liked it, so I'll take it. Next up, we do have the Carabao Cup quarter-final. We've qualified for the round of 16. So we have already qualified for the round of 16 with 18 points. Yep, cool. Works for me. Yeah, we're back just a couple of minutes as we get ready to take on Everton in the Carabao Cup quarter-final. And we are back for the Cup game. And I've made a lot of changes against my better judgment. And goals will be Amato, as he is our Cup goalkeeper and he's fit. Joseph, Silva, Cecilia and Olafemi, Cissé, Marshall, Sinval, Vaz, Diabate and Ray. Players not making the best of the day are Seidel, Aina, who's returned to training, and Jones. This is a massive risk, but it's not really a competition I'm too bothered about. In the long run, we've already won it. I am more focused on the league, and maybe even the FA Cup this year, truth be told. But yeah, not ideal that I've made all these changes, but some of the players deserve a game, deserve a start. Is this going to be a good enough squad to beat Everton? I don't know. Or 11 even. We've definitely got the squad to beat them, but whether the actual 11 does the job is a different question. Sorry. But we're not going to do that with pass like that, Sinval, are we? Fuck's sake. Two shapes are starting off in the same positions, but I don't think we'll have anywhere near the same... Oh, Joseph, no! Oh, what were you trying to do? Was that meant to be a pass to the keeper? Or did you just take an awful touch? Oh, no. Oh, that is not good. He's been training really well lately. I wanted to give him a game. That's a good bit of play, though. That is a great bit of play from us. That's such a good goal. Why couldn't we be doing that all season? We have the players for this. But we just pass it so calmly, so easily, round everyone. And then slotted home by Sinval. 1-1. Great bit of play. Looks like Sinval might be our goal threat today. I still can't believe he's passed into his own net. I genuinely can't get over that. What I really hope is we can get through a game where I don't have a heart attack. That'd be nice. He's very comfortable just running out of the midfield with the ball. I actually don't mind that. Like, we have a like good batch of players that the rebuild actually wouldn't be. We have a good like crop of youngish players, plus a few coming through that realistically we should have a good enough side to at least qualify for European places if we sold all the older players and didn't necessarily replace them, which we would do, but like I wouldn't be against now moving on a couple of the older bodies. Sinval misses a penalty. Of course he does. Of course he bloody does. Oh, there was my pen. Oh, wouldn't be us if we didn't do that, would it? I was talking about the older players we can move on. I just completely forgot about Ray. Ray's like 30, 31. I spent a lot of money on Ray and he did provide goals last season. Like, we can't argue that. Cannot argue it. As much as I'd maybe like to. That's a really good bit of play. I get Sinval. What a finish. If Sinval starts playing like this, then he is finally adjusting to that centre mid role. We are in for a treat with him, even though I'm trying to sell him. But it's not the point. Should have a hat trick, but you'd still get two. Diabate get 2 assists, which I'm happy with. Unlucky with the free kick. Good little corner to win, I suppose. Take this into half time. Finally taking the lead. Going in to try and perk up John Joseph at half time. He is just not recovered for that own goal. Pardon me. Probably going to make a change or two. Olafemi's having a horrific game as well. So is Ray, to be fair. Good pass, Marshall. Shots blocked. Which isn't maybe ideal. Yeah, let's make those changes. I'm not happy with your performance to an extent. Royals will come on for Olafemi. Ray's going to come off. Chang Hyuk will go up front. Everyone else stays the same. Dressing room, individual, Marshall, calm down. Joseph has picked himself up now by the end of the half, which is good. I will take that. Good interception from Cisse. Cisse is starting to really cement himself in the side. Another player we spent a lot of money on, but needs to get more involved probably. He may have picked himself up. He's fallen back down again. We're going to bring off John Joseph. Bring on Gomez. Bring on Estrada for the booked Cecilia. We have one more option. Let's bring on Leo Lesueur for Rodolfo Vaz. And we'll keep the squad, or the rest of the squad, as is. As we can't make any more substitutions. It's funny, like before the game, there was or was it after the last game? A former player of ours, what was his name? Is it Rodriguez? Shit, I can't remember now. We'll have a look at him, but it was a former centre half we had, and it was actually reminded that we decided to sell our best centre half, and then we replaced him with Laskowski. If we could do something similar again with Laskowski, I wouldn't maybe necessarily be against it. You know, his performances haven't always been great. He's 28, so it's one of the last season. We'll probably get a really good fee for him. Come the summer. Maybe not actually the worst time to start trying to cash in on some of these key players, if you like. But that Leo Lesueur goal does make us 3-1 up. Looks like we're going to be in the semi-finals. Chai Hyuk is not impressing, mate. Do we maybe move on Ray and Chai Hyuk in the summer, if possible? Maybe. It's 3-2. That's not ideal. That's not ideal. I'm talking myself round into this big rebuild again, but just with a lot more money. If I could be confident I'd definitely move some of these guys on in the summer, I could start signing the replacements between now and the end of the season. We have the money there. And we're through to another Carabao Cup semi-final. So God knows who will play then. We'll have a look now and see when we're going to come back. Right, let's look at the schedule. It's just a run of league games next. West Ham, Burnley, Derby, Newcastle will be a big game. Okay, let's just do it on. Let's come back for Derby, Newcastle. It's the last couple of games before the window opens. Didn't even realise that's where we were. So yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll come back tomorrow for Derby, Newcastle. If you enjoyed today's video, please leave a thumbs up. It really helps get the channel out there. Comment today. Let me know. Do we stay and do another rebuild, including the young players we've got coming through? Do we just try and keep hold of our best players, ignore the dip in form that we're all having, and just continue to try and win leagues? Do we try and move on to another club, or do we just start winding down the save before the next one begins? Let me know your opinions. I genuinely would like to know them. And I'll catch you all in the next one. Bye for now.